Well, hello there. This is Miss Fuson. I'm going to read another story for the Clover Library, but this one's called, Can I Have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? If you remember, I read this book where he wanted a stegosaurus when he asked his mom. Let's see what happens in this story. And yes, the story is by Lois G. Grambling. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? Let's see what happens. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? If I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad. When we went to the mall during Mall Madness Week, my Tyrannosaurus Rex could go with us, and we'd get there and he'd search for a parking space, and we found one, he'd point to it, and you'd get it quick. And no other driver would try to beat you to it like they do now. Not with my Tyrannosaurus Rex glaring down at them. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? Because if I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad, Grandma wouldn't have to call the volunteer fire department every time Tabitha got chased up the apple tree by that mean dog Wolfgang. Because my Tyrannosaurus Rex could just reach up, pluck Tabitha out safely, and hand her down to Grandma. And then maybe teach that Wolfgang a lesson, one he'd never, ever forget. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? If I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad, I'd invite him to my birthday party, and then you wouldn't have to take us to the movies or bowling. Because we'd climb up on my Tyrannosaurus Rex and he'd gallop with us fast around and around the backyard, and the ground would roll and rumble, and we'd all be screaming and screeching and having a wonderful time. And my birthday party would be the best party ever. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Please, can I please? Because if I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad, he'd be a great for show and tell. Much better than Clarissa's ant farm that she brings in every year, or Adam's collection of shark teeth his grandfather just gave him. And if my teacher said my Tyrannosaurus Rex had to leave right after show and tell, he could spend the rest of the day in the principal's office. Mr. Grumble wouldn't mind. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? If I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad, when Roy asked me to spend the night with him in a tent in his backyard, I'd take my Tyrannosaurus Rex with me, and then I wouldn't have to worry about all those wolves and bears and coyotes circling around out there in the dark trying to get in and eat me up. Because my Tyrannosaurus Rex would be out there in the dark protecting me. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? Because if I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad, when we go to the beach this summer, my Tyrannosaurus Rex could go with us. And we wouldn't have to take along a big beach umbrella like we do now to keep the hot sun off of us, because my Tyrannosaurus Rex would, and we could stretch out in the sand, and nobody would even think of running past us and kicking sand on us, not even accidentally. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Can I please? If I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad, we could put a sign in our front yard that said, "This property is protected by a very hungry T-Rex." And with the sign in our front yard, we wouldn't have to worry about burglars breaking into our house. Because no burglars, not even really silly ones, would break into a house and rob it when it was protected by a very hungry Tyrannosaurus Rex. Can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? If I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad, he could be one of the forwards on our soccer team. And after we got him a uniform, extra large, of course, he'd look great and score lots of goals, and we'd win every game. So, can I have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I please? No? Okay then, if I can't have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad, Can I maybe have a bird instead? Please, like maybe a parrot, an ostrich? Because last week I bought this really neat looking egg at a garage sale, and I've been keeping it warm in my room ever since. And hey, wait a second, Dad. Did you hear some loud flapping? Oh, wow, awesome. Can I have a pterodactyl, Dad? Can I please? Because if I had a pterodactyl, Dad... Uh-oh, the story ended. And just so you know, a pterodactyl is not a dinosaur. It just was around when there were dinosaurs. That's a true fact. And I hope you liked that story and keep enjoying your summer. See you soon.